prior business one, but I added a lot more sauce. Seeing a lot of familiar faces, which is just awesome. I love how you guys continue to show up for shit. A lot of familiar faces, which is just awesome. Incredible community of like-minded individuals. I'm incredibly grateful for all of you. But where in the world is everyone tuning in from? Because I know that this is an insanely diverse group of people, but it's wild because we're all similar, which is just crazy how we can connect with each other from all across the planet and see each other's faces. It's just insane when we really start thinking about it. Oh shit, let me look at these. Indiana, a lot of United States, Slovakia, Jamaica, Ethiopia. Bro, this is crazy. Iceland, Taiwan. This shit just boggles my mind every single time, bro. Every single time. But before we start, I need you guys to be very, very active in this chat because I can't hear you guys, right? I can't hear you guys. I won't be able to see your guys' faces because I'm going to be going over the presentation. So like, say as much as you can in the chat. Talk with as many people as you can in the chat. So if you're a real human and you're not a computer, drop a W in the chat real quick, just so I know you're not a bot. Oh yeah, I love it. I love it. I love it. So we got about 275 people. I'm going to start it in a minute, but before we get started, I want all of you to kind of ground yourself and you guys know what box breathing is? Drop a W in the chat if you know what box breathing is, and drop an L if you don't. Okay. All right. Pretty diverse. All right. So I'm about to show you. Box breathing is what the Navy SEALs do in the FBI. I was actually talking to an FBI agent yesterday on the boat who was part of the Mar-a-Lago Trump raid. And I was like, was that crazy or some shit? Like, how was that? And he said, nah, none of that shit is really that crazy because they do box breathing before they raid anything. And box breathing is just, so it's like, imagine a box. So you breathe in, you hold your breath in, you exhale, you hold your exhale, and then you continue to do that. So breathe in, hold it, breathe out, hold it. And it's like a box. It's incredibly grounding and centering. So before we start, everyone ground yourself, and in the chat, drop 2 things that you're grateful for that you don't normally acknowledge. Get creative and actually feel the gratitude, right? That's the most important part about gratitude and understanding vibration, is that you can't just think the shit. You have to really feel it to internalize. Like, the words aren't the prayer. Feeling is the real prayer. Feeling is the thing that will communicate with God, with the universe, not just the words, right? And that's why so few people actually get what they want, because they don't believe that they deserve it. They don't believe that it's theirs already. They just talk, and they always ask. They never ask God what they can do for him or the universe. They never say, like, how can I be better for you, and try to have a conversation with that divine source. And they just constantly ask. But you have to be able to give something to the world in exchange for whatever it is you want. But we'll save that shit, because this is going to be the greatest presentation you guys have ever witnessed in your entire life. This is going to be pretty lengthy, but I'm telling you, it'll be worth every second of your time, because this is just. All right, drop a W if you guys are ready for me to get into it, because I'm very excited. Seriously, like, I'm very, very excited to get after this. Okay, here we go. Boom, boom, boom. Let's pull the chat up. All right, can everyone see my screen? Everyone can see the screen? Cool. All right, I can't see you guys anymore, sadly. A lot of cute faces that I don't get to see. Really upsetting. All right. I got the chat. I can see the camera. I can see some of your faces. Only a handful, though. So one more time, guys, I'm telling you, like, if you are someone who's wanted to start a business, or you don't even know what business you want to start, I'm gonna teach you guys how to find a business to start. We're gonna go over all this, but I hope you guys can feel the passion that I have in my voice and excitement that I have for this Zoom. All right, one more time. Drop a W. Drop a W. Drop a W. One more time. One more time. There we go. There we go. Beautiful. 333. That's a lucky number for us to start on. Okay, let's get it. Let's get it. All right, so we're going to be talking create, scale a business, and liberate yourself, which is the goal at the bottom of everything. The bottom of everything The goal is to liberate ourselves from this fucked system. So before we get started, get something to write with. Make sure you have a pen and a paper, because this is information that a college university is paying an obnoxious amount for, and I'm just going to drop it in this hour-and-a-half Zoom call. And I also want you guys to write down why you came here today. You need to know what you're looking for in order to get what you want. And we talk a lot about this in this Zoom call, because it's the technical term is called your RAS, your reticular activation system. When you know what you're looking for, you'll see it a lot more. And you can use your ex-girlfriend's or ex-boyfriend's car as a perfect example of this, right? Like every time you're driving, you probably didn't realize how many Volkswagen Jettas there were until you were dating someone who had that same car. It's wild. It's because your reticular activation system. Okay. So these pictures have been used quite a few times, but I'd love to go back to these pictures just because I feel like I feel something and think something different every time I look at these pictures, because how many of you guys are going through something similar to this, right? Like this was my life, guys. This was my life. Getting blacked out drunk at a college tailgate. Same thing here. Working 50 hours a week at a hospital, driving a shit box, driving a literal shit box. My friends were scared to get in my car. That was my life. And this is life after starting a business and automating a business where I can travel. I'm a lot healthier. I have a better mindset. I can do basically whatever the fuck I want. But it's not really about me. This is just about you guys and how you guys can scale whatever the fuck you want. But here's just a few credentials so you guys know I'm not talking out of my ass. Dropped out of college, made well over $1 million. You guys know a lot of the shit, so I don't really need to spend too much time on this. But just to show you guys, like I do have credentials. So what we're going to cover today, how to develop the correct mindset in order to succeed in business, because mindset is hands down the most important part. The hands down, because if you don't have a good operating system, you're going to fail. What is holding you back from succeeding? The reality of business success and failure, the importance of using your money as a tool to make more, time in finance management, all those incredibly key pillars that we're going to be going over. So here's the truth about business. The majority of people think that if you just follow what you love long and hard enough, it will end up becoming successful. Unfortunately, for most of us, that's not how the cookie crumbles. A majority of people, you won't succeed just because you love something. We're taught to just keep working hard and wealth will follow, but definitely not in this day and age. Working hard is not the way to go. Obviously, you need to work hard, but it's more important to work smart. So we live in a world where you have to go to college to be successful. And drop an L in the chat if you've been told any of these things as I go over them. Piling up debt is normal. 8 out of 10 Americans are in debt. Can you guys conceptualize that? 8 out of 10 Americans are in debt. Genuinely internalize that a vast majority of Americans, I don't know about the rest of the world, aren't even net positive. They're not even net positive. Think about how fucking wild that is. A good life is a stable job, a family, a big house, and a white picket fence. Social media distracts us from our goals. People value security over freedom. Trading your time for money is just how it is, man. The value of the dollar is getting lesser and lesser while the rich are getting richer and richer. It's weird how it works. It's really weird how it works. Really weird. 9 out of 10 people are a slave to their salary. 7 out of 10 people feel like they're lost and directionless. How many of you guys feel, and feel free to be vulnerable in the chat, guys. Like no one's going to judge you. We're all here for the same reason. How many of you guys feel like you're a little bit directionless right now? Like you aren't exactly sure what you want to go all in on, because there's so many different things you could do and you just have no idea which one you want to do, because you scroll on Instagram, you scroll on TikTok, and you see all these people, Amazon, drop shipping, so much shit, right? So much shit. It's fogging your brain. So a lot of you guys, I'm seeing a lot of you guys going through that. So the reality of the business matrix is that going to college rarely teaches someone how to own a business, but to join someone else's. Unfortunate truth. Going into debt for everything but business loans, real estate loans. And if you go to a bank and you ask for a business loan, they'll say, even if it's a $10,000 business loan, they'll say no. But you go to the bank, you say, I need 150 grand to go to college. They'll cough it right up. Why? To succeed in business, you have to manage your distractions. You absolutely have to. Absolutely. And so many of you, like, I don't want to say you guys, but a majority of people are incapable of managing distractions. And you'll see. So, all right, guys, I want to point out there's 375 people in here. By the end of this Zoom call, I can almost guarantee that number will dwindle down because of so many people's inability to focus, inability to pay attention. Just pointing that out. And that, like, people are here to learn something, and I'm going to teach it, but they need dopamine. Everyone is dopamine hungry. Everyone, that's all people care about is dopamine, dopamine, dopamine. And they don't even realize it. They're living life on autopilot because they allow their impulses to dictate their reality. So your mindset needs to shift from time equals money to value equals money, right? A majority of people are so accustomed to, oh, I have to go get a job and I have to work a lot of hours to make a lot of money. How many people you know like that? How many people do you know like that? A majority of fucking people, a majority of humans think like, oh, I need money. I'm going to go work 12 hours a day at a super shitty job because I need money. A lot of people think like that. So you need to shift your mindset to, I would rather work 100 hours getting paid $0 and then make $10,000 passively every month rather than work 100 hours getting paid $15 an hour. Yeah, the first one, you don't see any reward immediately. You work 100 hours, you make $0. It's going to feel really weird. It's going to feel really fucking bizarre. But it's better than working 100 hours getting paid $15 an hour, because that 100 hours you put into your business can make you $10,000 a month every month if you do it right. A new shiny object will mean nothing to you after a few months. And a lot of people like will get a big check. They work super hard for a big check and they're like, bro, Sony's having a huge discount. I just got a $4,000 TV for $2,000. Like, brother, we'll talk about that later. We live in a world where money is more important than health. Manifestation does not work unless you do. If you don't automate, you're still a slave. And that's incredibly important to deeply internalize. When you start your business, I wish I would have known that from the get-go. I wish I would have known my intentions need to be like, how can I automate this? Who can I hire? What software can I use to completely automate this entire process? That needs to be your mindset going into your business. So you need to be conscious of all these things if you want to be your optimal, most productive, most fluent human. You need to be conscious of your alcohol consumption. How intentional are you with alcohol? How intentional are you with alcohol? Are you just doing it because everyone in your environment's doing it? Are you wasting time? You need to be conscious of your screen time. All right. Everyone needs to listen to this. I have a 3-hour screen time limit every day. Every day. I do not go past 3 hours unless I absolutely need to. I know people that don't have a job online and their screen time is 12 hours a day. You are literally in the metaverse, bro. Like, you practically have VR goggles on all the time if your screen time is anything above 6 hours. Like, you're already living in the fucking metaverse, bro. Weed usage, vape usage, birth control usage, seed oil intake, processed sugar intake, your eating schedule. You don't need to eat all the time, bro. So many people don't understand this, but I literally only eat after noon at this point in my life, because every time you eat, your energy goes to digesting that food and you can't focus the same. Think about how our ancestors would literally go 3 days with no food, and then they'd have to go fucking fight a moose or fight a fucking deer. Who knows? Like, you don't need to eat all the time. And porn to the list. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. Definitely add porn to the list. But don't eat before you deserve your food, bro. You don't need that. You need your energy. You need your energy. And a powerful mind is essential for business growth. So you need to be conscious of all of these things. And you have to have the mentality of a winner. Like, you can't be a fucking loser and win. That's not how it works. That's not how it works. So many of you guys feel so sorry for yourselves for no fucking reason, right? Like, you're like, oh, but they have a head start. Oh, they did it way before me. I'm caught behind. Dude, it doesn't matter, bro. Sitting around and crying about it's not going to get you anywhere you want to be. And that goes for girls too. Like, I don't want to be like very, I don't want to be a douche. And that's never my intentions. I say everything I say with love, but no one cares. And I say this all the time to everyone in Create Reality as well. No one gives a fuck. No one. Absolutely no one. They don't care about your limiting beliefs. They don't care that you're tired. They don't care that you're comfortable. They don't care that you don't feel that good. No one cares. You're the only person that cares. You're the only person that's going to come to save yourself. No one's going to make anything happen for you. And until you deeply internalize, damn, I want a nice house. I want a fast car. I want to be able to buy a Rolex. I want to go on nice vacations and not worry about shit. Get the fuck out of bed, bro. Like, what are you doing? Every morning you're sleeping on your dreams, bro. If you're sleeping past like 7:30 and you don't have money coming in, the fuck are you doing? Like, the fuck are you doing? I say that with love, though. Obviously, I say that with love. To succeed in this game, you have to seriously be built different than everyone. You have to. Like, what should fire you up every morning is the fact that no one's getting up. Everyone wants to sleep in. Everyone loves the warmth and comfort of their bed. And so do you. So do I. I do too. But I'll wake up bright and early in the fucking morning. Even though I have an automated business, even though I have a good amount of money, I wake up every day fired the fuck up. Why? Because my biggest fear is wasting potential. And that should be your biggest fear. You are all, each and every single one of you, capable of anything. Anything that you can think of, you are capable of. But how bad do you want it? Right? Like, so many of you guys say, I want X, Y, and Z, but I'm going to do that tomorrow. I'll do it next week. I'll get it done. I'll get it done. Trust me. I'll do it. If not now, when, bro? If not now, when? One of my favorite quotes, because constantly we're all saying, oh, I'm going to do it eventually. I'll do it one day, dude. I'm going to be rich one day. I'm going to be rich. I remember this so vividly. I went to the mall and the shoe cleaner, I was like, what do you want to do? Like, when you're older, bro? Like, what, like, I just have a tendency to ask people shit like this. And he goes, I'm going to be rich, bro. I'm going to be rich. I'm like, what are you going to do? He's like, I don't know, bro, but I'm going to be rich. I mean, I love the delusional confidence in himself. But how are you going to have no fucking idea, bro? You have to have some general concept of, oh, I'm going to provide value to the world. I'm going to fix this problem. I'm going to make someone's life better in some way. That's the only way you create sustainable wealth for yourself. That's the only way. This is incredibly important. Like, if you take one thing from this Zoom call, which I hope you take more than one thing, is you must absolutely have a sense of urgency on yourself and a sense of discomfort, pressure, if you really want to succeed. Otherwise, you will procrastinate until you're 35 years old. You'll have a kid. You'll have way too much fucking responsibility. You won't be flexible. You won't be able to do shit because you waited too long. And you don't want that. You want to be able to be 30, have a yacht, be able to pay for anything that your wife wants. You want her to have all the bags in the world. You want her to be happy. You want a happy family where you don't have to worry about who's going to get my kid food, right? You don't want to have to worry about any of that shit. And it starts today, unfortunately, right? It would be really cool if we didn't live in a capitalistic world where money wasn't a thing and we all could just enjoy each other's company, but that's not how it works. You know, that's just not how it works. And you have to accept that reality. You can't bitch and moan about like, oh man, damn, this shit sucks, man. Like, why do I have to pay taxes? Why do I have to do X, Y? It's just a world, bro. Maybe one day we'll overthrow the tyrannical government and we'll live in a utopia, but you can't prepare for that. You have to prepare for an abundant future for yourself, where you're able to go to fucking Thailand and spend the whole summer there if you desire to. But you have to have a sense of urgency on yourself, and you have to wake up every day. And you can't watch Netflix. You can't do any of this shit. Obviously, enjoy life, but you got to ask yourself what I do to deserve it. That's the biggest question you need to ask yourself, is what I do to deserve this. So you must develop absolute resilience towards your goals, and you must think huge, bro. When you have those big ideas, understand how crazy it is. When you get these ideas, you are essentially downloading a thought from the all-knowing intelligence. The all-knowing intelligence is communicating this thought to you for a reason. And you're going to say, oh, I can't do that. Come on, bro. That's outlandish. I can't do that. God literally just gave you a download. He was like, here, think this thought. That's the subconscious mind is the closest thing to God that we can think of, because it is all knowing. It's all knowing. So when you subconsciously have $1 million idea and you disregard it, you're technically disregarding God. Think about it like that. How many of you guys are in college? Quick question. How many of you guys are in college and school? So a lot of you guys. And I totally understand why a lot of you guys are in college. Like, I get it. A lot of you guys got it for free. A lot of you guys don't want to disappoint your parents. I totally understand this. It makes perfect sense. And I'm not going to judge any of you for being in college because I once went as well. But why do we believe that college is even a good choice? Like, actually ask yourself that. Like, why do I believe that going into college is the best option for me? And a lot of people do need college for what they want to do. And I'm never going to totally just bash college because it's different per situation. But likely you've been told your whole life by your parents or your peers that it's necessary, profitable, normal, whatever. But if you seriously want, when I'm talking about success, guys, I'm talking about success to like the 1%. I'm not talking about like, oh, you make 6 figures a year. That's good shit. You know, like, because that's not that good. Like, bro, to basically to live a moderate life nowadays, you need to be making 200K. And it's fucked, right? Because back in the day when I was younger, I would hear that my friends' parents make 6 figures. I'm like, damn, dude, he's rich as fuck. 100K does not take you anywhere, bro. You get like a 3-bedroom house in Tennessee for like 300K. It's insane. It's insane. Genuinely. So no, you can't be thinking small. You need to be thinking about, how am I going to make $50 fucking million? How am I going to make 50 million by the time I'm 30? That's the question you need to be asking yourself. And college will never put it that way. I mean, but then again, that's not for everybody, bro. And that's why knowing yourself is so important, because some people don't want to work that hard. And that's understandable, bro. That's why it's the 1%. Not everyone is built for that. Not everyone is built to see the world, to experience financial abundance, but it's about figuring out what you want. That's all it comes down to. And if you aren't in school, so a lot of you guys said you are in school. If you're not in school, there's absolutely no reason for you not to have a business. There's zero reason. Like, what are you fucking doing, bro? Playing Fortnite? Like, what are you doing with your time if you don't own a business? What are you doing? What are you doing? The reality is the school system doesn't want you to succeed. If it did, debt wouldn't be a thing, but it was designed for you to be trapped from the beginning. It was literally designed this way. It was designed for you to be a slave. So this is what the Matrix wants you to believe. On the left, this is what a college business degree will get you. Like, a college business degree will get you doing some shit like this. A lot of kids in finance, whatever, they get good jobs. Yeah, they get decent jobs. But how many of them are like this? How many of them do you have to go to this office on a day-to-day basis, slave your life away, and experience a shit like this? What you need is mobility, bro. I was able to spend the whole summer in Hawaii, 28 days in Hawaii, and I made $42,000 while in Hawaii, completely enjoying myself. That's mobility, bro. That's mobility. And you are just as capable. Just as capable. Just as capable, bro. You just have to fucking believe in yourself. I had a 1.5 GPA in high school. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what your parents think or your friends think. You're stupid. All you need to do is solve one problem. That's all you need to do. You need to solve one big problem. That's it. Think about how there's a deodorant company called Native. I've used this multiple times. This deodorant company worked for 2 years on their deodorant. 2 years. Learned marketing, learned sales, learned like packaging. 2 years. They sold their company for $50 million in 2 years. Business school is not going to teach you that. No one's going to teach you that. You need to go out of your way and learn that for yourself. $50 million for 2 years of work. What problem do they solve? A deodorant that doesn't have a bunch of shitty ingredients. It's that simple. You look around at your day-to-day life. What is a problem that you encounter? Rewire your brain to be looking for solutions to the problems that you face on a day-to-day basis. The Matrix wants you to believe that moving to a giant city, concrete jungle, is better than... I mean, I personally probably wouldn't live in suburbia if I had the choice. I would probably live in the country and have farmland, grow my own food. But there's nothing more valuable than peace of mind, centeredness. I've lived in a big city, and the energy commotion is fucking absurd. You're exchanging energies with all these people that you see on a day-to-day basis. It's taxing. It's taxing. But the reason they want you all in a big city is so that they can control your food. They control every aspect of your life if you live in a city like that. But they romanticize it by being like showing you all the pretty lights and shit. That's not the reality of it, guys. And I live in Miami. I gassed up Miami on social media. It's not what it looks like, guys. It's not what it looks like. The Matrix wants you to believe that a degree, a piece of paper is more important than owning something, owning a business, having that mobility to do whatever the fuck you want, start a business wherever you want, have the tax write-offs of owning a business. I don't know if I can say this. I don't know why I couldn't, because I made over $700,000 last year and I paid less than some people with regular jobs doing taxes because I spend so much on my business. And that's why I always preach to you guys, like, you need a business, one, not just to be free, but then the things you buy, you can write off on your taxes. It's incredibly a loophole. No one's going to talk about that shit in college either. No one's going to be talking about get a good accountant. No one will ever tell you that. That's one of the most important things you can ever do is get a business credit card, organize all your business payments, and get an accountant and be like, yo, I spent all this money on my business. I spent all this money on gas for my business. The reality of the Matrix. I try to change a couple of these pictures, but this one is just too classic. I can't get rid of that one because you go into the education system thinking with a beautiful mind, creativity, flourishing. And then they teach you what to think, not how to think. They don't teach you how to use your brain. They don't want you to realize how powerful you are. You know what I saw the other day? They don't teach the Declaration of Independence anymore. You know why? Because the Declaration of Independence strictly says that if the government ever becomes tyrannical, that the citizens have to overthrow the government. And we are experiencing one of the most tyrannical governments ever. And no one's doing shit. No one's doing shit. You get dudes sitting in the metaverse 12 hours a day, not doing shit, scrolling on TikTok, pissing their potential down the drain. I love this one. Yeah, let's make the owner of this business richer rather than putting the work in our own business. Essentially, when you're working a job, that's what you're saying. I mean, obviously, you got to save up a little bit of money so you can have some 3 months off to go all in on your business. But literally, like, I don't understand how people settle. Like, you're smart and you're capable, you're creative, and you're settling for $40K a year to make some dude rich as fuck. Why not put all your energy, your intelligence into your own business, bro? Like, I don't care who the fuck you are, bro. Look in the mirror and realize I'm capable of anything. Like, how do you not understand that, right? Like, who at what point has told you that you're not, right? Like, where did this thought come from? It's your ego. And stop listening to it. The reality of the Matrix is you're 80 years old. And you know the average 60-year-old has less than $10,000 in their retirement fund right now? You know why? Because they listen to the government. They listen like, oh, I need a good 401k. I need to retire with a 401k and then liquidate it when I retire and I'll have a bunch of money. Wrong. So wrong. Over 50% of 60-year-olds have less than $10,000. That's why you see so many old people working at Walmart and shit, bro. It's fucked. It's totally fucked. They never took matters into their own hands. They kept trusting and they kept trusting. You need to take matters into your own hands. So I've talked a lot about how you need to grow a brand, grow a business, but no one will ever teach you how to convert your followers into dollars, right? So I know so many people that have so many followers, but don't know how to fucking monetize that. So if you do get into a position where you find yourself with some influence, some followers, this is all you need to do to monetize an audience, to provide value to them and get paid for it. So the hands down most important part of making money from an online follower is connecting with them. And how do you do that? Be vulnerable, be open, be transparent, connect with them. The reason why you're all in this Zoom call right now is because I connected with you in some way, shape, or form, right? Because I'm passionate about the shit I talk about. I actually get fired up about this shit. right? I'm not one of those influencers that just like takes pictures of their ass and shit. You know, like I connect with you guys because it's my life's purpose. So all you need to do is find something you're passionate about and connect with people. Put yourself out there. Don't come off as salesy. That's exactly how you don't make any money off of anybody, is becoming like, oh no, buy my thing, buy this, buy that. Like, no, bro. Like, you need to connect with the person and don't just sell them something immediately. You have to show them like, here's what I'm capable of. Here's what I'm capable of. Here's what I can provide. Here's the problem for you that I can fix. And then it's super easy after that. Like, you just need to connect with people. Guys, you're all in the chat not paying attention to the free game I'm giving you. This is another example of being distracted, right? Like, I'm giving you guys absolute sauce. Absolute sauce. You're typing away in the chat. I mean, I understand, but I'm giving you fucking free game right now. So, wait, what was that? Now we're going to be talking about how to build a business. You need to pay attention to this shit, guys. Like, this is the most valuable shit you'll ever see. So you need to understand what's keeping you from succeeding in business. You haven't allowed yourself the time to think clearly. You haven't. I mean, how often do you think like, holy shit, how am I going to do it? How am I going to do it? How am I going to get rich? Oh my God, and then you pull out your phone because you don't want to deal with those thoughts. You shove them under the rug. You don't meditate at all. The only thing you do that's meditative is drive, and you're still doing something while you're driving. You need to dedicate time to actually think about what you want to do, what direction you want to head in, because your subconscious mind has the power to give you all the thoughts that you want, but you don't give yourself any time to think about it. You don't dedicate an hour of your week to thinking about what you want to do with your life. You don't trust your ideas because you believe your friends and family. I talked about that earlier. Consumerism. We've been taught that to be consumers rather than producers. We've basically been brainwashed to scroll all day, shop all day, eat all day, rather than produce content, right? How many of you guys produce at all, right? Producing content, producing anything. Look at your life as a graph, and the two graphs are consuming and producing. You should be producing way more than you're consuming. Way more if you want any success. So a lot of you guys are like, I spend 3 hours a day on TikTok because I need to find inspiration for my content. That's not where you're going to find it, bro. That's the slipperiest slope there is. You'll end up spending 3 hours on TikTok and you won't have learned one fucking thing. And I tell you guys this because my job is on social media. My job is on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, and I don't spend more than 3 hours a day on my phone. Why? Because all my ideas come through my head. That's where they come, and yours will too. But you're rationalizing, you're scrolling essentially. News, movies, your information diet. You have to realize that everything is to keep you dumb and thinking like a good little slave. You know how when you're talking to a dog and you can say, good boy, good boy. Or you could say like, you smell like shit. And the dog will still be super happy. No matter what you say to it, as long as you say it in that tonality. Think about how like the media and social media is essentially that. It's disguising like, oh, look at this. This is so cool. This is so cool. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this street fight. Oh, look at this stupid shit, but it's so cool. You're wasting your fucking time. You aren't leveraging social media because you're scared. You care about what the people at your high school think. You care about what the people in your hometown think. So you're never going to get anywhere because your fear of judgment. These people who are doing absolutely nothing with their lives. These people who have been going to the same bars for the past 5 years of your life. You're scared. You're scared of them. No successful person has ever succeeded while being a bitch. Your limiting beliefs, low quality food. How the fuck can you expect yourself to operate at 100% potential if you can't even take care of yourself? You think everything will come to you with time, so you never take any action. All right. Drop a W if you guys are enjoying this so far. If you guys are taking value from this. It's a lot of W's. I love to see it. I love to see it. You need to commit to building a business. You literally have to burn the bridges. You have to dedicate and you have to go all in. You have to completely and utterly go all in on yourself, bro. You have to cut off, burn all the bridges, and just say, all right, yeah, this is what I'm doing. This is what I'm doing. And I will not stop until I succeed. Quitting is not an option. Failure is not an option. And the odds are, if you even contemplate the idea of leaving your current life behind in pursuit of your new one, that makes you uncomfortable. And that's exactly why you need to do it. You'll never get anywhere sitting in your mom's basement. Her making you food all the time. You'll never get anywhere being comfortable. Ever. No one ever has. That's why you need to move out of your hometown immediately. That's why you need to use your money and spend it on yourself, on your brain. Not on fucking clothes, but on your business, on your brain. Your mentality needs to be, I would rather die than fail. I'd rather die than not see this win. Get clear on what you want your life, the business to look like. All right, we're going to do an exercise right now. So every single one of you guys need a journal, pen and paper. And a lot of you guys have done this before in Create Your Reality. We've all done this, but let's do it again because maybe something has changed. We don't know. So on a piece of paper, you need to write out the following for your future life. So let's do a year from now. How much is your rent going to cost a year from now? Figure out where you want to live. Okay, so I want to move to Miami, hypothetically. Well, to live somewhere nice in Miami, it's about $1,900 for a 1-bedroom per month. Okay. Car payment. Do you want a nice car or do you want just a car to get you A to B? If you want a Beamer, an Audi, a Jeep, anything of any sort of quality, that's going to be pretty expensive. So for my Beamer, I pay $750 a month, and then my insurance is $500 a month. So that's $1,300 a month just for that one car. So think about that. Like when I tell you guys how expensive life is nowadays, it's not fucking cheap. So you need to be thinking big. You need to be thinking huge. So your car, taking payment, insurance, food, roughly $200, gas, $150, fun, $500, travel, $700. So this hypothetical example adds up to $4,300 in monthly expenses. Once you guys figure out yours, comment it in the chat. I want to see what your guys' are. $5,400. Okay. It's good. That's good. 5,000. 5,000. 5.5. 56. 10,000. Now we're talking. Now we're talking, John. 6,500, 5K, 6,150, 4,000, 15K. There we go. I like to see the big numbers. I'd love to see the big numbers. Because I'll tell you guys right now, I live a pretty moderate life. Like my rent is $3,500. My car is $1,200. And it's not like I'm living some fucking insane life, right? And my monthly expenses come out to like 20,000, 22,000. But that's the cost of doing business. All right, cool. I'm seeing a lot of you guys. We're about to do one more exercise here. So divide your monthly expenses by 0.6. So everyone divide your monthly expense by 0.6. So the 4,300 divided by 0.6 was $7,000 a month. That's what you need to be making every single month to survive with that lifestyle. Now you need to multiply that number, that 7,000 by 5. And this is your escape number. So for that lifestyle, if you want to basically retire at 25 years old, you need to be making $35,000 a month passively every single month. And how do you do that? Subscription-based shit or automating shit. Running ads in your sleep, having purchases come through in your sleep. That is your escape number. So for you to be able to totally fuck off, you need to have whatever your number was times 5 coming in every month. So write that number on your fucking wall in a Sharpie so that you can't get rid of it. So that you see it every day. You wake up every day and like, okay, that's my escape number. That's my escape plan. That's what I need. So relationships and business, a really, 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 really important one. When starting out your business, a relationship at this point in all of your lives right now should not even be close to a priority. It shouldn't. It should not at all, no matter what you rationalize to yourself and say like, oh, but they're so great. To succeed, it takes complete and utter focus and determination. There are no times for you to be distracted, right? Like you go on Instagram and you see all these chicks and you're like, bro, oh my God, I'm going to slide her DMs. Oh, this chick at my school is so bad. Distraction, distraction, distraction. I mean, I know that that's male biology. It's feminine biology, whatever. But you need to be stronger than your hormones, brother. You need to be stronger than your hormones. Centeredness. Even if you do find a relationship, you will be obligated to delegate your energy places other than your future. You must first set yourself up for success and be making a minimum of $7,000 a month before entertaining anyone. Now, this formula is the most valuable formula you will ever come across. School won't even teach you this shit. This is where we talk about figuring out whether a business is good or not. Okay, yeah, we're just gonna dive into it. Drop a W in the chat when you're ready for me to go on, because I see a lot of you guys taking notes. And for right now, only send one W. Brandon, I love your enthusiasm, but I just need a gauge of how many people are ready. Trust me, I do love your enthusiasm. Because we got 392 people here. Okay, this is good. This is good. Here we go. All right. The success formula for millions. Cents. C-E-N-T-S. The first one, C, stands for control. When you're starting a business or any endeavor for that matter, you need to ask yourself, who is in control of my profits? Who is in control of my money? Where is my money coming from? Is it coming from my immediate actions? Am I getting commission off of what I do? Or am I just getting a fraction of what this dude is making from me? Right? Like you don't want to be the guy doing all the work while some other dude's making a dick ton of money and you're the one doing all the work. If your revenue comes from Google ads, this is an example. Say you run ads on Google and suddenly Google decides to ban your ads. Poof, there goes all your income because you don't have the control. Your money needs to come from somewhere, something that no one can rob you of. Stock market, perfect example. Putting all your money in the market in hopes of an 8% return is putting the control outside of yourself. And how many, like, I guarantee, I don't think any of you guys will ever be able to tell me you know someone that got rich solely off of having their money in the stock market. That's not a thing. That's not a thing at all. But you'll see a bunch of hype about it. You'll see like, oh, dude, I got a fucking Roth IRA. I got a fucking ETF. Bro, you're putting the control outside of yourself. Rather than putting all that money in the market, put it into your business, bro. Put it into yourself. Put it into your brain. Put it somewhere where no one can take it from you. I did used to trade. I did. And then I realized like it's called trading because I'm trading with my soul. This shit sucks. I'm not working for any purpose. I'm doing this for money. I'm not doing this to fulfill any value, fulfill any need. When you're in the stock market, you only win if someone else loses. I don't like that shit. What I like is providing value to people, and then everybody wins. So entry, this is the next one. If the entry to a business is too easy or all it takes is a payment, the business is likely oversaturated and will be a challenge to see high margins. Dropshipping is a perfect example for this. So I want you to think, whenever you're going to start a business, ask yourself, how easy is it for someone to get involved in this business? Dropshipping, you can say you're a dropshipper for $30. It's pretty fucking saturated. It's really easy. Accessible roads generate more traffic. More traffic generates higher competition. Exceptionalism is required to overcome that oversaturatedness. So you have to be literally top tier God status dropshipper to succeed. Everyone is doing it is a signal of the conditions being overbought and is the entrance of the dummy. So don't be the guy who's like, oh my God, everyone's making money off Amazon FBA. Or everyone's making money off drop shipping. I mean, there are a lot of people that can automate your stores for you and teach you how to do it. But like my whole concept with this is try to make something of your own, bro. Like try. Don't rely on Amazon. Don't rely on fucking the stock market. Rely on yourself. I talk about native here. So need, incredibly crucial part. Businesses that solve needs win. Needs can be pain points, service gaps, and unsolved problems. 90% of businesses fail because they start centered around their selfish desire to get rich. Right? I mean, I can think of countless businesses that fail because the person running the business is just like, yeah, I just want to make a dick ton of money, and I think this is going to make me a dick ton of money. Nope. So no one cares about that, by the way. No one cares like, oh, Billy just started up his business. Let's go support him. That'll literally only be like your family. If you're not fixing someone's problem or solving a need for something, you're fucked. Help a million people and you will be a millionaire. Constantly remind yourself of that. Help a million people and you will be a multi-millionaire. For money to follow, do what you love. You must be fulfilling a need. So here's a quick little list that you can write down. Make them feel better. Could be about anything. Could be their attitude. Could be their mindset. Could be they smell better. Could be you guys see what I'm getting at. Help them solve a problem, whether they have relationship problems, confidence problems, money problems. Educate them. Help them solve that problem. Give them security. This is why housing is so fucking lucrative. Real estate will always be lucrative because you are giving them the most valuable thing in their life, and that is housing. That's why it's the most important thing you pay for, because nothing is more valuable than having somewhere to sleep. So T, ask yourself the following. Can this business be automated and systemized to operate if I'm absent? So let's just run through these first four again. So control, who's controlling the money? It should be me, it should be you. Entry. Is this very accessible for the average Joe Schmo? Need, is it fulfilling a need? Is it solving a problem? T, is it going to liberate me from time? Can I automate this? Can I systemize it even when I'm sick? Are my profit margins thick enough to hire a team? How can I get this business to operate exclusively of my time? A business attached to your time is a job. So say this guy on the beach here has a business, but he can't leave it alone, right? He has a business, sure, but if he's tied to his phone, this is like real estate agents. Real estate agents say they work for themselves, but they'll be on a phone call at Sunday night at 9 p.m. Both of my parents are real estate agents. I've seen it my whole life. They'll be on a phone call at fucking 6 a.m. on Monday because someone's not happy. All right. So then the last one is scale. You need to scale it. You need to be able to scale it. That's hands down the most important part. So here are these pictures. I have an example. One of my clients for my one-on-one mentoring lived on this island. And how fucking insane is this? She literally lives in the middle of the ocean on an island with less than 500 people. That's a pure definition of scalability. So ask yourselves, all the other steps of the formula are totally disarmed if you are unable to scale. Scale is achieved in units sold or unit profit. So say you only make $5 per unit you sell, you have to sell a fuck ton of those units. But say you make $200 on a unit you sell or $500 a unit you sell, you have to sell like 100 units rather than 1,000 to make the same amount of money. So ask yourself, what is the size of my customer pool? What is my unit profit? And do I have a ceiling, or is this incredibly scalable? So avoid falling for the compound interest. This is something that your parents probably don't even know. Your grandparents probably don't even know. That a stock trading guru repeats $10,000 at 15% a year. You'll have $2.5 million in 40 years. Like I said earlier, how many people can actually, you say, have gotten wealthy doing this? It's possible to get rich quick, but it's not possible to get rich easy. Like that deodorant example, you can get really rich really quickly. You can get really rich really fast, but you just have to fucking work smart. You have to fit the criteria of all of those things. To liberate yourself, you must focus, find a problem, supply the demand, and then automate it. So these are some softwares that you're all going to need to use if you want an online product. And an online product has the most profit margin, right? The ceiling is unlimited because you don't have to ship something. You don't have to fill something. So here's what you use. You use Kajabi to make digital products like courses, communities. That's what I use. ClickFunnels to make landing pages. ActiveCampaign to collect email data so that you can email the people that are interested in you. Stripe to collect payments, but Stripe kind of sucks, but it's a good one to start with. If you want to make a book or a journal, Amazon KDP makes it unfathomably easy. Shopify, make a site. You all know Shopify. Zapier, connect all of them to each other, and Canva. So write all these down. Write all of these down. There's also another one I was about to think of. I can't think of it off the top of my head. But these are all shit that you will need eventually. Like this is, it took me 3 years to find all these things and then be able to connect all of them to each other. I don't really use ChatGPT, bro. And you can kind of tell when something isn't a human, you know? Yeah, those are a handful. So importance of use, we're about done, guys. So just hold your horses. Oh shit. So this is the last, one of the last, not the last. So the importance of using your money as a tool. Your money will return, your time will not. You could die tomorrow. You have to have the balance of knowing like, yeah, I could die tomorrow. It costs money to make money. Seriously, like the more money you make, the more money you're going to have to spend, and you have to be able to detach from it. But just know when you're spending money on something that isn't going to help you at all. When you know that the thing that you're buying is actually going to help your business, help you be motivated to work, teach you something, then spend your money on that thing freely. Avoid putting money into the markets until you have at least $100,000 liquid from your business, because you have to look at investing. Obviously, I'm not going to say don't invest ever, because you have to look at investing as like percentages, right? You put $5,000 into the market, it doubles, which is hard for a stock to do, to double. You only make $5,000, right? That's not life-changing money. Or you could lose all that $5,000, right? So invest into your business, buy a new desk, new camera, new PC, because that shit will motivate you to work, bro. That shit will fire you up. Join communities that force you to learn and grow. I still join. I just joined Grant Cardone's course. That was like 10 grand the other day because I'm constantly learning. I'm constantly trying to become better. So what is Create Your Reality? Drop a W if you guys have enjoyed this thus far. We're not done yet. We still got some more sauce to give you. You guys find value in that? Drop 3 W's if you guys find value in that. 3 W's. 3 W's if you guys thought that was fucking great. Awesome. Awesome. Okay. So real quick, is there anyone in here that is in Create Your Reality and would like to speak on what Create Your Reality is like for them? Just raise your hand. Do the hand raising thing. Luke, what's up, brother?
All right, I should be good. So with Create Reality, people are gonna be like, "Oh, it's a stupid course. Like, why would I even like invest money into this?" But honestly, it's been like the best decision I've ever done because listen up, you're gonna network with so many like-minded people. It's insane. You're gonna learn from like people who dropped out of college, people who are in college. You're gonna learn just so much knowledge. It's insane because it's just honestly crazy. And it's just probably one of the best things that has ever happened to me. And it's just incredible. So
Thanks, bro. Appreciate you. All right, I'll let Rec go and then I'll get back to it. But I just want a few people to speak.
Yeah, so like Luke was saying, Create Your Reality, the community around it is worth the price of the actual product itself, honestly, if not more. Create Your Reality is not only like help me start a business and get it all set up, but it's helped me so long with my mindset. I've become more confident, learned how to have better social skills, how to talk to people, how to convey information across the online space. Getting in here, I've basically learned 20,000 different ways I can make $1,000. So, I mean, that's the best way. One of the best investments I've made in the past few months to a year.
Fuck yeah. Thanks, bro. It's always a pleasure connecting with you on those Zoom calls. All right. I'll call on you guys at the end because there's 2 more people in Create Reality that I want to talk, but I know that time is the most valuable thing. And I don't want to take too much of it from you guys. So what is Create Your Reality precisely? Because I know a lot of you guys literally have no idea, but based on that chat, right? Like a lot of you guys in the chat, drop a W again, just so I have an idea of you guys enjoyed that, like that section of the Zoom call. A lot of you. Cool. So essentially what Create Reality is a call like this. Like how many of you guys could get used to a call like this every week? And there's not just guys, there's girls too. And then we'll have a bunch of different perspectives, people all over the world. So I love seeing your guys' energy in the chat. So basically Create Your Reality is, I'm going to explain step by step because there's so much involved with it. It's kind of hard to just dumb it down to bullet points. So first of all, if you sign up, you guys do join the community, which you guys are going to have it forever. Like I'm never going to ask for anything from you guys more than just you signing up. I will never ask for anything. So we'll have live coaching calls every single week. Literally every week, you guys have a call like this with me and the community. But it's more of like us connecting rather than me just talking the whole time. So you'll ask me questions. Everyone will share their opinion. Whoever wants to share their opinion. So we'll have those live weekly calls, and they usually go for $1,000 an hour in my one-on-ones. But with this, it's not that. So don't tweak. Access to all the future Zoom calls. You're never gonna have to pay again. Like I said that. You have access to the Discord forever. The community of people. People are moving in together from all over the world, moving to Miami, getting cribs together, because it's so like-minded, such a like-minded community, and those are incredibly difficult to find. You know, it's like a lot of us struggle with finding like-minded friends in our towns and in our communities, which is understandable. You know, it's like not a lot of people think like we do, so this is like the best place for that, I feel. So you have 62 modules that go in depth that are basically like this Zoom call on specific topics. And there's men's and women's only section. So I have my girlfriend make her own sections. So it's not just built for men. It's built for both sides becoming the best person that they possibly can. So data does not lie, guys, right? Like if Create Your Reality wasn't the real deal, it wouldn't be around, right? This is the actual, I think, 24th launch of Create Reality. This is the 24th launch. And this launch, right before today, I think yesterday, I sent out this link, Google form. I said, given that you've been in Create Reality and spent $200, $300, what do you think it's worth? A majority of the people said it's worth $500. I can't make that shit up. Like this is real data from people in Create Reality. And to make it risk-free, literally absolutely risk-free for you guys, there's a 7-day, no questions asked. If you want your money back, I'm going to give it to you. And also I'm doing something super special for you guys because it's actually Create Your Reality's 2-year anniversary. So Create Your Reality's been open for 2 fucking years, which is wild. Right now we have 1,800 members and it's growing every time. And I'm doing something super special this week only, and it will be $200. And I know a lot of you guys are gonna be like, yo, what the fuck? I paid $350. I don't have a hard time doing that because I feel like you guys are happy with the value that I give you, regardless of how much you pay. So how many of you guys are fucking excited for me to drop Create Your Reality right now? It's $200 one time. Like I'll never ask for you guys money ever again. It's just, you know, we're supplying the problem and we're fixing it. So if I see a bunch of W's in the chat, I'll drop it. And we do limit the capacity to 150 people per launch, just because I want to be able to connect with people intimately in the calls and not be overwhelmed with 300 people in the chat. So I'm about to send it in the chat in about 2 seconds. So are you guys ready? Drop a W if you're ready for me to drop it in the chat. I'm seeing a lot of familiar faces. I love it. Okay, we're dropping it in the chat in 3, 2, 1. And in a few minutes, I'm gonna start answering your guys' questions about whatever it is you want to talk about. I don't really care. We can talk about anything. What does W mean? It just basically means you're excited that you want the link to sign up. And who else had their hand up and wanted to talk about? Max, did you want to talk about your experience with Create Your Reality? Yeah.
Two, I can. But I had a different question, but it's up to you. I don't care, man.
Yeah, go. I think Tom wanted to say something about Create Your Reality. So just one of you, we'll answer questions in a minute.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, so I just kind of wanted to kind of go back to what Rhett and I think Luke was saying earlier. For me, Create Your Reality has been a game changer. On the verge of life changer. I don't want to like sound like I'm licking Alex's ass or anything when I say life changing, but considering in the summer I'm going to Miami with 8 others from Create Your Reality
That's
for like a week,
crazy.
2 weeks to literally network, have fun, create content, whatever. You can fairly say that's life changing because they are buddies, they are brothers for life. So
That's wild.
for me, I knew what I kind of wanted from Create Your Reality. I already kind of knew I wanted to start a brand, a fashion brand. I kind of already kind of in the makes of that, also with a fashion podcast show and kind of like modeling. But for me, there was more personal endeavors that I had to get over. Through Create Your Reality, I've been able to do that. I care far less about what other people think. Literally in one of the Zoom calls, we spoke about kind of my issue with kind of modeling in a and kind of why I feel uncomfortable saying I'm a model when, you know, I've been scouted before, etc. We was in a Zoom call, we spoke about it with 60 other people, and now I've gone on to literally apply for modeling agencies and XYZ. Like this shit does work. The only thing is you have to put in the work. And I'm not gonna lie, I mean the Create Your Reality program with all like the modules is about 3 hours long overall, maybe tops. And I'm not being funny, you guys, probably some of you are sitting in like colleges, probably like listening to a bunch of shit that no one cares about. Well, no offense, this will help you. So I don't know. That's just my opinion. I just wanted to say that, but
Thank you, brother.
hey.
I appreciate it. 100%. And also, guys, like before I start answering questions, I do just want to let you guys know that rarely, very rarely will you ever find someone saying like, it's not worth it. Because I've literally put my heart and soul into providing to this community. It's like why I wake up every morning. I have it tattooed on me. I have it on my wall. Like my reason for being is providing to this community. And hopefully one day Create Your Reality will be something that can replace someone's college. Like I want Create Your Reality to be a hub of people being able to join it and leave Create Your Reality like with the skills and the knowledge they need to actually go out and succeed in the real world. So I just thought I'd let you guys know, like, this is my blood, sweat, and tears. So now if you guys have questions, I'll happily answer them. And I also do want to let you guys know, like, yo, $200, this is the last time ever. A lot of people in here spent $350 and they're happy with that. So what's good, Noel?
How are you doing today, brother?
I'm fantastic, brother. As always,
I like to
it's
hear
good.
that. So I have 4 questions that I wrote down throughout this whole life. So my first question is, how did you end up becoming aware of the problems that your community was facing, and what action did you take after that?
Well, a business is ultimately just trial and error, right? Like it's just practicing that mindfulness of what in my life is lacking right now, what in my life is making me feel a way that I would prefer not to feel, and just like basically assessing your situation on a day-to-day basis, being like, how can I? And that's why I love life, bro, because every day you get to know yourself more and more. Every day you start to like become aware and mindful of all the little things that throw off your mood, throw off your vibration, and it's just becoming better and better. So it's just trial and error with everything.
Okay, for sure, brother. And my next one is, how much time did you spend to build up your business before like you just started just working for your own business?
Well, I had 1 million followers on TikTok before I made any businesses, you know, like and that took probably a year, about a little less than a year, for me to grow the foundation of my business or grow the foundation of my TikTok before trying to sell anybody anything. Because I wasn't doing it for money. And then someone told me, they're like, yo, like you could help people and make money at the same time. I was like, oh shit, that's awesome. So I was building the foundation while just, working a normal job, and then I quit, and then I went all in on it.
Okay. Oh man. Is there any books or sources that you recommend that relate to business or just personal growth in general?
The Millionaire Fastlane's crazy. One of the best books I've read.
All right. And just my last question is what is your opinion on the work-life balance? Because just the little time that I spend in the metaverse, I would just have like two different opinions. Like people say you need to have this work-life balance, but other people say, yeah, you have to like just go all in, just forget about just the balance.
I mean, I've talked about this a lot lately, and this goes for everybody. Like you need to journal every morning, like the things that you want to do do in your day, for you to know that your day was a win. And then by the time you do all those things, you're able to like relax. It's like I journal every morning, and I'm like, all right, I need to do X, Y, and Z today. And then after that, I'll allow myself to take my foot off the gas a little bit.
Okay. I appreciate it, brother.
Yep, no problem. Elena, what's good?
Hi, Alex. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. So I just wanted to add something basically that I figured out on my own journey. It's basically once you stop coping with what's not good and you actually focus on a solution, you get to find your own uniqueness and you get to provide that to the world in your own way. And everybody can profit from every individual's way of seeing things because everybody's unique. So each one of us have like our own ideas that we can share with the world, and the people that will find like value in it will invest in it.
Precisely. I agree entirely. It's not for everybody. So I'm glad you said that. I'm really glad you said that. I appreciate your perspective. Ethan, what's good, brother?
Yo, can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Yo, I got this like a month ago, man.
Let's go.
And I'm gonna be straight up, like I've accomplished more this month than I ever probably have in my life. I started a TikTok account last month and I hit 2,000 followers this morning. I already have videos that are going viral. I've been going live every day. Like I've made $3,000 to $4,000 in the last month just online. Like it's just like if you don't have this, get this like right now.
Shot. And do you think the
crazy.
journals helped you with that much?
Every morning, if you actually just write down what you're gonna do in the day and then you do it, like you will get shit done. That's just the truth.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's fucking awesome, bro. Yo, have you scanned the code on the back of the journal?
I just joined it, right? I just joined it.
Let's go. Let's go, bro. I appreciate those words, man. That's actually awesome. Fred, what's good, bro?
Yo, can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Yeah, what's up? Good call, by the way. All I wanted to ask was, right now, I've got two things in mind with, I want to build a brand, but then I also need the money to build it. So do I focus on building that brand and trying to make money at the same time, or build up the capital?
What's the brand?
It's in the supplement niche.
What supplement?
Like ashwagandha. What else was it? 5-HTP. I might go even into the creatine as well.
Okay.
Just different sections.
How much? Do you know exactly how much you need?
Not roughly right now.
There's step one. Figure out exactly how much you need. Look at the number every single day, and just become obsessed with it, and just like literally ask yourself every single day, how can I get closer to this number? Is there something that I don't need that I can sell? Is there like just constantly be looking for, like, there's money all around you, bro. Everything in your house costs money. Everything outside essentially costs money. Like I live on the river in Boca Raton, and these palm trees that people have in their backyards cost $20,000 to put those there. It's like literally everything is business, but you just need to rewire your brain to think like abundantly instead of scarcely.
All right, I appreciate that. Thank you.
So long story short is just get clear on what you need to do and then work backwards.
Yeah.
Cool.
Cheers.
Max, what's up, brother?
Okay, dude, actually I have two questions. Actually, well, yeah. What have you learned from Grant Cardone's course? Because I was thinking about buying it a while back, but what have you learned from it?
I feel like the main thing I've taken away from it is like you've heard me preaching it a lot lately, and it's like spend your fucking money. Like your money in your bank account does nothing for you. Like it's not good to have a bunch of money in your bank account, right? Like he talks about how he has $4 billion in assets, but he has like no money in his bank.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, okay. And then my other question is how much because dude, I'm my plan is like I'm gonna go work like a ton for like a month where I'm making like $30 like an hour.
Mhm.
And then at the end of the month I'm planning on like moving out of my hometown to like move with this lady that I live with because I played hockey. But
Mhm.
dude, how much money did you have like before you moved out? I wouldn't have to pay rent at the start, but I would still probably work a little bit up there.
Mhm.
Just until I can kind of get like the coaching actually like going.
I had 20 grand when I moved to Miami.
Okay.
Not a lot. It's like I just got out of my comfort zone. I fucking sent it.
Okay. But you
Makes
were
it-
like when you got there, were you already like making money like doing this or
Yeah,
like how did
yeah.
that kind
I
of
mean,
go?
I moved there confidently because the month before I made like 25 something.
Gotcha.
So
How much was your living expenses when you got
like
there?
10 grand.
Gotcha.
So
Okay.
I was really like playing with death, but the pressure made me grow tremendously.
I got you. Okay. Sounds good.
Yep. That's good. Nate, how you doing?
Yo, Alex, can you hear me?
Yep.
I just got some question about Create Your Reality, man, because I just bought it right now.
Fuck yeah.
200.
Let's go, bro.
So, like, yeah, I'm in Thailand. I'm in Taiwan right now. So like the time
Taiwan.
difference is kind of crazy.
What
So,
time
like,
is it right now?
I just got up. I had to get up at like 3 because I thought it was at 4.
No shot.
It's 6 right now. I got school soon.
6 in the morning. What a fucking beast. What a
Thanks, man.
beast.
I just want to know like how's that gonna affect my experience on Create Your Reality, like with the time difference and everything.
Yeah, I mean, I record all of the calls. So every week we have a call at 4 p.m. Eastern time. So I'm assuming that's 4 in the morning for you.
Right.
But I record every single call and send it to the Discord, so you won't miss anything. And if you have questions, I'm in the Discord every day. Like the first thing I do in my morning is answer everyone in the Discord.
All right, that's cool. I'd be willing to get up at 4 anyways.
And what a fucking beast.
This is my first time on the call. It's been pretty awesome.
Hell yeah, bro. Yeah, every Wednesday at 4 p.m. And this Wednesday, for everyone and you, Nate, we're starting the 75 hard as a squad. So for everyone in Create Reality, we're all going to be doing the 75 hard together.
Awesome. All right, thank you, man.
Yes, sir. Nicholas, what's good, bro?
Yo, I was just curious what your first business was.
My first business that actually made money, or just like my first attempt?
Both.
My first attempt was I was trying to sell. I would go on Google, and I was in high school. I would go on Google and I'd find like high quality pictures of rappers, and then I would make like high quality posters, and I'd like go around school trying to sell them. But my margin was like $3, so it didn't last long. But then my first one that actually succeeded was drop shipping LED lights.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah, bro.
Nice. Thank you.
iPhone.
Yeah, so well, where I live is like I feel like people are just brainwashed. They don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah. That's most of the world.
It's kind of hard when I got other people that don't know what the fuck they're doing. And then my mom over here, she's the type of person to be confused, like, oh, what's that?
Yeah, I mean, dude, most parents just won't understand a majority of the shit that's going on right now.
Yeah.
It's nothing against them. It's just like 2 different worlds.
By the way, when you moved to Miami, was it like what type of did you see any rappers or anything?
Not really.
Like what motivated you?
Oh, because I went down to visit my mentor who lived in Miami. And I just went down there. And 2 years ago, it was actually a pretty cool place, but now it's just heinous. Now it's horrible. So, but it was cool at the time. But
Yeah,
it's a
I'm
good
only-
place to vacation. You'll have fun on a vacation.
I'm only 17, man. Still trying to live my life and shit.
Understandable. That's all you should be doing, bro. And
Just
being
trying to-
conscious.
I'm not trying to rush the process and let God handle it, you know?
Gotta have the balance. Because he's not just gonna give you everything you want. You know, you gotta provide.
Oh yeah, I know that.
All right, word. All right, what's up, Caber?
Yeah, so I'm 19. I'm from a small town in Kansas. I moved out to Utah, Salt Lake City,
Mhm.
about a month ago
Nice.
for a business opportunity. I'm making pretty good money out here.
Are you in the bathroom?
No, I'm in a hotel room. It's extended stay.
Oh, okay.
Kind of shitty, yeah. Yeah, I don't like spending a whole lot of time in here, but taking a little break to join your Zoom call.
Yeah, thanks, bro.
But my question is, so I'm only out here for a month,
Mhm.
making about 15,000 in the month's time.
That's nice.
I'm trying to start a social media agency business. That's kind of what my passion is. Not
Mhm.
anything related to what I'm doing now, but what would you recommend to me to invest the money I'm gonna make in the time I'm out here in?
All into your business, bro.
Okay.
All like don't spend money on stupid shit. Don't invest in things that'll grow your brain and grow your brand. Those should be like, you don't need any new clothes. You don't need anything. Like, just keep money, like new camera, new microphone. If you're not in Create Your Reality, it's legit. And just before you buy anything, just ask yourself, how is this going to help me?
Right.
And that's all you need to be aware of.
All right. All right. Thank you, man.
For sure, bro. Ben, what's up, bro?
You could hear me?
Yep.
I really want to know, like, for you and mentally, what is like the best, like, what is your sleeping schedule? Like, and also with food and like diet and stuff, what do you think is best for you and for just people in general?
Yeah, my sleeping schedule. Yo, you're echoing bad, bro. But my sleeping schedule is, I don't really care when I go to bed, but I will always wake up before 9 o'clock. Like, sometimes it's 6 o'clock, sometimes it's 8, but I will never sleep past 9, because if I don't, then I hate myself that day. I'm like, bro, what the fuck did I just do? You know, so I always sleep past, or I always wake up before 9, but it doesn't matter when I go to bed. Word. Oh, and the food, just eggs, lean meat. And that's really it. Eggs, lean meat, and fruit. That's like literally all I eat. Chantel Cote, what's good?
Hi.
Hello.
I just have two questions.
Mm-hmm.
So how many sessions is the Create Your Reality?
Unlimited every week.
Okay, cool.
There's
And then
no number.
earlier you mentioned to be conscious of like alcohol consumption, screen time. And then you said birth control. Can you
Yeah.
elaborate on that for a second?
Yeah, you know, I knew there's gonna be a girl that asked this question. But it just kind of nukes your liver, you know, like when you're
Okay.
eating that. I mean, I'm not like an expert on it, but me and my girlfriend dig into it, and it's kind of like if I'm not too like biological expert with that, but I've heard that it can change how a woman like views her man, and she won't be attracted
Yeah,
to.
I've been like really looking into it. So I was just curious like what you meant.
Yeah, what
by
have
that.
you learned about it?
I saw that same stuff where it's like it can like make, because when you're on birth control, it can make you attracted to like more feminine men because you want to
Yeah,
like
that's
nurture
what
your kid.
yeah.
And then when you go off of it, you like are more attracted to like, I don't know, more manly men or whatever.
And
But
what I was also
I just
thinking
think,
is like how accessible they make it to everyone. Like, I feel like it can't be good, you
yeah,
know. I feel like they'll take every
yeah,
opportunity they can to nuke something in your body.
Yeah, like I was looking into it and I was just curious what you had to say.
Yeah, and at
But
the bottom of everything, I feel like the agenda is like to depopulate the planet, and I feel like it could be doing like longer term effects. But I mean, my mom used birth control, my girlfriend's mom used birth control, so it's like I just don't know. I feel like the world has changed, and now they're going more towards like, let's depopulate the planet. But maybe that's just a conspiracy in me thinking.
yeah, no, fair. Yeah, because I was like 14 years old when I went to the doctors and it was like
Mhm.
for acne and they were like, yeah, just take birth control like right away.
Is that
And
weird?
so yeah, it's just
It's
crazy.
weird, really weird.
Anyways, thank you so much.
Of course. Sarup.
Hey, what's up? Can you hear me?
Yep. What's up, bro?
So I've been following your TikTok page for like a while, way before you moved out and everything. And you said that you before starting your business, you saved up a bunch of money working at some place. And
A hospital.
yeah, how much would you say is a safe amount of money before investing it into a business?
So, what are your monthly expenses?
What I wrote down, I mean, I'm still in high school.
No, like right now. Like, what are your like right now? What are your monthly expenses?
I don't really spend money on anything. I mean,
So
besides
then
food.
you don't need fucking a lot, bro. What you need to figure out is how much money you need for your business, because then you don't have the risk. You have so much mobility because you don't have the responsibility of payments and shit. But when I quit my job, I literally only had $4,000. That's it.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Yep, no problem. Morgan, what's up, bro?
Hey, I'm just wondering, what kind of following do you think you should have before you start trying to monetize your audience?
What kind of following? What do you mean?
Like how many people? Because I have an account with like 1,400
Bro,
followers.
it doesn't even
Like,
matter. It
what do I do
doesn't.
with it?
It doesn't matter the number. All that matters is that they're quality people that like you connect with on a daily basis. Like it doesn't matter if you have 20 followers or 20 million, right? Like I know people with 10 million followers that can't monetize their audience because they don't know how to connect with them, right? But I know people that have 14,000 followers and make 20 grand a month, 40 grand a month, because it's all about like what you can provide to these people, right? It doesn't really matter about your dancing skills on TikTok or what you fucking look like. It's like, what can you provide?
Does it make a difference if like my face isn't on that account at all? It's
It
just
helps
like,
people connect with you more. It helps people know who they're giving their money to.
I see, I see. And then one more question, if you don't mind. So I'm 17, still in high school, and I have like a solid chunk of money, like 10 grand or so. What do you think I should do with it?
Get clear on what business you want to start. And if you don't know, that's what Create Reality is designed for, is to help you figure out what business you want to start. And then once you figure out what business you want to start, get clear on how much that costs and start investing into your business.
Awesome. Thank you. Have a good one.
Word, bro. Nick Douglas, what's up, bro?
What's poppin', Big Alex? How we doing, man?
What's up, brother?
I'm good, dude. So I started a new TikTok account, posting similar content to you, graphics, motivational stuff, videos, things like that. I can't seem to hit the algorithm like you were hitting it back in 2019. How can
Bro,
I get
I can't even hit the
acceleration?
algorithm like that anymore, bro. That shit's hard because everyone and their dog's trying to post on TikTok nowadays. So like you really have to compete with these people that are making cinematic masterpieces, like for you to hit the algorithm when all these people are literally making movies on fucking TikTok. Like you have to, one, have a super high quality message, be passionate about what you're saying, have a high quality camera, have a high quality microphone, have high quality editing. Like you need all this shit to compete with these people, bro. And your hook needs to be insane. Your first 3 seconds of the video need to be incredibly captivating. You can't be monotone. I mean, I'm not saying you'd be monotone. You don't give me that vibe, but it's like, it's not like TikTok in 2019, bro. In 2019, I could literally put up my camera, say something in 15 seconds and get 2 million likes. Like it's just not like that anymore. Like you actually have to put a tremendous amount of effort if you want to reach the people that you want to reach.
Yeah, because I've got an editor and he and I work on content. We don't know if it's like selfie shots that are working or if it's B-roll with motivational quotes. Like we're trying to find what works. Is there another app we should look into? Like,
I mean, no, bro, that's what the start of a TikTok is. It's trial and error, right? Like you just try and try and try, and then you find a style that does well and you stick with that style.
Okay.
Trial and error.
Appreciate you, bro.
For sure. Josiah, what's good, bro?
Hey, what's up? Yo, so I'm a college student and I'm planning on starting a social media marketing agency, and I don't have a lot of funds right now. So, what would be your biggest advice? And I also have a second question after you answer this one.
So, what do you need funds for?
There's like a few things I need funds for, is like my website, and then like some just things to like make my business official, like even just like the email, like just becoming official.
Are you working at all right now?
I have somewhat of a job right now, but it's pretty tough.
Yeah,
right now.
when I was starting out, bro, and I needed money for my business, like I was still working 50 hours a week, and what I always tell people is like, until you have 6 months, 4 months of money saved up, like you need to be working some sort of job. Until you have that money saved up, you have to be financially smart until you can save up that money and then quit your job. But like you need to have some sort of cash flow always coming in, right?
Yeah.
Like at all times.
It's just most of the money that I make goes towards college because I'm not using any loans or anything. So pretty much everything that I make is going to the college.
So are you going to use your degree?
I don't think so. I'm in college for entrepreneurship.
So why don't you just become an entrepreneur?
I think of it as a way to build discipline for myself, because I was a very lazy person, and I think that this is a better option than me just sitting in my ass at home.
I disagree. When you drop out, all the pressure in the world is going to come crashing down on you, and you're going to say, oh fuck, I need to do something. I need to make shit happen. No one's going to make it. If you can sit there on your couch after dropping out and not be tweaked out, you're bugging. I don't think you'd be able to sit still on the couch. I really don't. That's exactly what I did, bro. I dropped out in my mom's house, nice ass house, has a hot tub, had a bar, had everything. And I was bugging, bro. It would be like 3 a.m. and I'm watching Grant Cardone. I'm like, bro, like, what the fuck do I do? Like, I need to get rich. It's like right now you're just pissing money away. You're lighting it on fire. Like you're taking all your hard-earned money and lighting it on fire, because especially an entrepreneurship degree, bro, to become an entrepreneur, like you just become an entrepreneur, bro. Like you can learn all this shit just by trial and error and your own experience without burning your money on fire. I mean, I'll always advocate, especially for your situation, to drop out, because I did it. I know hundreds of people who have done it. But it's just like getting over that fear of being like, what if, like, well, what if you spend $20,000-$30,000 more and you don't do shit with your degree? What if your business doesn't? There's constantly a what if, but you just have to weigh out the pros and cons. And the pros to like not setting your money on fire is probably better than continuing to light it on fire and
it
delegate
feels
time.
like I'm kind of like in a trap right now, because it takes up so much of my time. And like, I also have a girlfriend, like a relationship that I'm also like taking up my time with. So it just feels like I'm kind of trapped.
Well, you're trapping yourself, like you are the complete director of your life. It's like at any given moment, you could be like, I'm done with this shit. And you will have the biggest weight off your shoulders in terms of like, wow, I don't have to do homework ever again. I don't have to study for a pointless fucking exam ever again. And then you have so much time to actually work on what's important.
Yeah, thank you. I think this is the accountability that I needed. I kind of just kept pushing that away.
Yeah, bro. You'll make the right choice. And I hope to see you in Create Reality, and we can keep updated with that shit, but you'll figure it out, bro.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. What's up, Shane?
Can you hear me?
Yep.
All right, excellent, brother. How you doing?
I'm doing phenomenal, bro.
I'm also from Toledo,
Uh-huh.
so it's very good to see somebody from my hometown make it
Toledo.
out. It's very, very inspirational to me, and it's kind of the it's just good to see, man. It makes me confident I'm also going to succeed as well. So,
Thanks, bro.
First of all, I just wanted to say, shout out Toledo. Secondly, man, you completely have me sold on Create Your Reality. So I'm sure I'm going to be speaking with you again in the near future.
Let's go.
But I did have a question, since you yourself, you're in a relationship, right? In the modern society we live in, there's a lot of I don't know how to word this properly, a lot of degenerate women, you know what I'm saying, that don't have the proper
I
moral
would say a
standard.
majority.
Majority. So do you have any, I'm not even focused on this necessarily because I want to establish myself as a man first. It's more kind of thinking in the future, but do you have any tips on finding, you know, your complementary opposite?
I don't think it's something you find. I think it's something that just walks into your life and you're like, oh shit, like this is probably it. Like it's not something you actively search for, because then that means you're putting too much like pressure on it. And like you said, bro, you have so much shit to focus on. Like you, especially in Toledo, Ohio, bro. Like, I mean, there are some good girls in Toledo, Ohio, but I don't think it's the place where you find your wife. So you shouldn't really be worried about it. But yeah, women are completely degenerate with like how college is structured nowadays, where it basically enhances the ego out of these women to about 10,000. And it's just don't rush it. Be patient. Keep focusing on yourself, and like literally, like you said, work on becoming a man. And then once you're making 7K a month or 10K a month, and you can provide for a girl and you can provide for a family and shit, like then contemplate monogamy.
For sure.
Word.
But I'll be speaking with you again soon, Alex. You have a great day, man.
Yeah, you as well, brother. You as well. All right, everybody. That about does it. That was a good hour and a half. That was incredibly enjoyable. I'll send the link for Create Reality one more time. Got a bunch of you guys to sign up, and I'm so excited to connect again on Wednesday. We have a Zoom call, and we're starting the 75 hard. So I'm going to try to construct something real nice for us all to follow. But I love every single one of you guys. I'm incredibly grateful for all of you, the opportunity to connect with all of you. The fact that there's 180 of you guys in here still, it's fucking outstanding. Just super grateful. And I hope to see all of you guys inside Create Reality. If you have any more questions, feel free to DM me on Instagram. But let's talk on Wednesday, and maybe I'll host another one of these calls soon. Much love, everybody. Enjoy your Sunday. Relax. Take it easy. Much love.